the mass is initially pushed mechanically leftward through a distance x naught, and as a result of that x naught movement, spring gets compressed by x naught. So spring store energy as well as it develops some force in it. As a result of compression, half k x naught square is the energy stored by the spring, and not only that, a restoring force is also developed. So this spring force tries to push the mass again. The spring force tries to push the mass again rightward, and in this process, as it starts pushing the mass m in the rightward direction, the compressed portion starts getting elongated. I mean, elongated means it starts going back to the natural length. Yes or no? The compressed length starts going back to its original length. So again the mass is pushed rightward by the spring force through x naught distance, such that spring can again return back to its original length. So when the spring returns back to original length, we can say the compressed portion becomes 0. Yes or no? Are you understanding it or not? So due to the spring force, it starts pushing the mass. So that means we can say that once it starts moving rightward due to the compressed spring, as kx naught starts pushing it, and mass returns to its initial position such that spring gets back the length L. So in this process, the mass m gets some velocity in the displacement of x naught. Once the mass is pushed x naught by the spring, so spring loses energy, and that gets converted to the block of mass m. So during the, we can write down, during the work done by the spring force, during the work done by the spring force, on mass m, spring energy converts to the converts to the kinetic energy of the block, right? Spring energy gets converted to the kinetic energy of the block. So therefore we can write down this half k x naught square, that is totally gets converted to the block as half mv square.